Hello, hello, hi, hello. Welcome, welcome, Kitchenettes, Kitchen Littles, and Kitchen Nuggets to Monday Morsels in Barebones Kitchen. Yay! Cheers. So I'm sorry I'm a few minutes late. Okay, I was talking to my daughter, and I'm not going to rush that because I cherish those moments. If you have children, you understand. If you don't, you may someday. And if you still don't because that's just the time of the world, then I'm sorry. But I had to talk to my baby girl, okay? All right, so tonight, guys, we are making a spicy sauce to go on top of some coconut chicken. Okay, so I don't know how well this is going to work, but we're going to work on it. I have a mango. We have a mango spicy sauce that we're doing. This is all per Zane's request. And he was like, Mom, you don't have to tell everybody that. You don't have to tell everybody that. So, yeah. I guess I didn't do a very good job sharpening my knife. My bad. So just remember that when you have the mango, okay, you have the mango, if you're going to slice it, your pit is like right here. So we just go on the side of it. And you can feel it when you're cutting it. And I'm going to try to do this sort of quickly. Not like super quickly, but sort of. Because I do have my pan over here ready to rock and roll. So I'm just going to make little chunks. If you don't have fresh mango, it's okay, you guys. You can totally do a frozen mango. Lots of places have frozen mango in your freezer section where the fruit is at. I promise you it will be just as delicious. Well, maybe not just as delicious, but it will be close enough. It will be close enough. How is everybody? You guys, I apologize to you all for not going live at all this weekend, but I have this really nasty habit of just being in the moment with my friends when I'm with them. And Nicole is a longtime friend, so I wanted to be in the moment with her. She had all of my attention, and we were enjoying the show. We were enjoying the farmer's market. We enjoyed some live music, which I do have some pictures to post, not of the actual live music, but of the cool pictures that were in the bathroom, because it's a special place in my heart. So if you are from Olympia, Lacey, Tumwater, the Olympia Brewery was located here until they sold many years ago, and there is still some really amazing art out there. And if you just are an art lover, which I am an art lover, look up Olympia Brewery and look at the art, because it's awesome. It's beautiful. Yeah. I'm also a sucker for pinup girls, so it's kind of one of my favorite things. As much as it objectifies women or whatever people want to say, like, I love me a good pinup girl. Pinup girls just make my soul happy. I can't help it. It's kind of my jam, because they're beautiful. All right, so I'm just cutting off the flesh from this big ass pit. I feel like I've done this before as far as cutting up a mango for you guys. I'm sure I have. I am trying to rack my brain to figure out what video I would have done that in, and I really can't even think of it. So the pit is quite large in a mango, just in case you didn't know. And I'm just going to kind of come in and chop it up just to make it a little bit smaller. And again, I have my pan over here getting super hot, so I'm just going to dump this in there. And it's going to sizzle. Of course it's going to sizzle. That's how we rowing. I'm going to give it a little bit of water just because I don't have enough stuff going on yet. Cut it. See, makes it all pretty. Then you can just come in with your knife, maybe, if you're coordinated enough. I might cut off my finger tonight. Just kidding. Or you can use a spoon. If you're not comfortable doing it this way, that's totally okay. Just use a spoon. Woo. Maybe I'll use a spoon. Nope, I don't have a spoon. I don't have a spoon. Hold that thought. Hold that thought, y'all. So, spoon. Had to get in the dishwasher. Make your little score marks. You can just come in right around that skin with your spoon. Get it all out of there. And whoop, there it is. So again, if you didn't read the caption, or you don't have the caption because I did not put it on Instagram because I was already running late, and then had to have a little tinkle time moment. Spicy mango, okay? That's what we're doing. I got some habaneros going on over here. In a minute, we're gonna get this other mango cut up first. Not gonna take my sweet ass time with it though, because that is doing its thing right now. So what did you all do this weekend? Did you have any fun? Did you do anything great? Did you see any good bands? Tell me all the deets. We saw Stir Crazy on Saturday night. They're such a good band. They're a local band if you live, again, in Olympia, Lacey, Tumwater area, Tacoma area. Stir Crazy, I've seen them quite a few times. They used to play at the South Pacific a lot, which, again, if you're from the area, you know that place closed a long time ago. But they've always been a really good band. And I quite enjoy them. I think that's one of those things I need to get back into, is actually watching some local live music. I've kind of shied away from it a little bit. Them nasty memories, you know. Sometimes you have those things that happen with nasty memories. And yeah, that was one of them. So I think I need to get back into that, though. I know that Big Blue Van is playing again at Pints Barn sometime next week. And they're a really great reggae type band. They do a lot of Sublime covers and a lot of their own music. And they're a really good band too. So there's a couple of my favorite locals. Baby and the Nobodies. They're always a good band to watch. Rebecca is a beautiful, beautiful young lady. So drop your favorite band. Let me know. Wherever you're from, drop your favorite band. I'm always down for some good live music. I'm always down for some good new music. So even if you don't live in my area, please just drop your favorite band so I can check them out. I watched a whole documentary this morning. Well, kind of a docu-series thing. While I was getting ready for work, on Aranda, which is also another one of my favorite bands, and they're from Oklahoma, so I love it. Just give it to me. Give it all to me. I love it. All right, so we got, oh, I'm not doing a very good job. I'm cutting right through. Meow. Yeah, so Zane actually asked for a spicy something, which is kind of shocking to me. He was like, I want a spicy sauce on chicken, Mom. And I was like, oh yeah, what kind of spicy sauce? Because I'm thinking like, I don't know, Frank's Red Hot, right? Yeah. He's like, mango. I'm like, seriously? Seriously? You seriously want mango sauce? He's like, yeah, it would be good. So then I'm like, okay. So does he want like a salsa? Does he want like a jam type sauce? Like, oh. So then I messaged him when he got home. And I was like, okay, so am I doing like a salsa? Am I doing like a cold sauce? Am I doing like a jam type sauce, like a chutney? And yeah, he was like, I want like a jam kind of sauce. I'm like, okay. All right. Anything for these kids, man. You guys are parents, you understand that. I think I might need a little bit more water because it's sizzling pretty good still. Or if you have some juice, that would work too. You wouldn't have to add additional sugar if you have some juice. All right. I think we're getting good there. I'm going to actually add a little bit more. So maybe a quarter-ish to a half-ish cup I'm going to add a little bit of honey to this. This is something you could totally do ahead of time. Add maybe 2 tablespoons, tablespoon and a half, whatever your feel is, okay? If you like it a little bit sweeter, just do that. Add some chili powder to it. Give it that kick a little bit, not very much, because I'm also adding a habanero. So I'm gonna have my glove so I don't have to worry about getting it all over the place. I'm gonna do it on this side. Well, wait a minute. Guess I'll do it on this side. All right, y'all. All right. And just remember, if you want to decrease the heat slightly, you're just going to take out some of those seeds. I'm not doing that. That boy wanted it spicy. We're going to go spicy. Go big or go home, right? All right. I'm just going to make it very fine. So I'm just cutting down, cutting down, cutting down. And then I'm just going to slice it real small. If you don't have gloves, just make sure you don't touch your eyes, you guys. Gloves are not a necessity for this. You just don't want to put your freaking fingers up to your eyes. Even after you've washed them, there's going to be a little bit of residue. So you got to be real careful with that, because it will get up in your eyeballs and be all kinds of craziness. Very, very fine. Very fine. I went one way, then I went the other, and I think I'm just going to go through one more time, just to make sure it's very fine. Because I'm not going to blend this, you can absolutely use, if you have like your blender handy and you're just down for a super smooth sauce, you can totally throw it in your blender. Just be careful when you do that, because it's going to be freaking hot. If you have like an immersion blender, or some people call it a stick blender, you can absolutely do that as well. But again, remember that it's going to spit back up at you a little bit, and it's going to be very hot. So just be careful. Be careful. All right. All right, so that's what I've got over here. Just this right now. Did a little bit of honey, a little bit of water, some of my mango pieces, a habanero. I'm just going to let it do its thing over here. And we're just trying to get it to kind of boil down a little bit. Did I have to add that water? No, absolutely not. If you're right on top of it, you do not have to. It does help to kind of soften up all of that stuff, though. I'm going to put a little bit of salt and pepper in here, because it's just who I am. It's just who I am, you guys. Maybe if I can get that salt shaker open. I haven't used this yet because I just used the rest that was in my jar. A little bit of salt because it's going to bring out that sweetness. A little bit of pepper because why not? Why not? You can absolutely add any of your other favorite spices in here. And what we're basically doing is making a jam situation. Obviously, as it cools, it's going to get thicker. But right now, it's pretty thin. So I'll show you all. See, it's pretty thin. It's gonna, as the mango cooks down, it's gonna kind of get mushy, so it's gonna get soft, kind of like apples when you're doing applesauce. I know we've done that on the show before. It may have been a hot minute though. So I'm gonna clear this off real quick. And we're gonna go to the next step. And again, if you are a glove user, you can absolutely use gloves for this. I'm just going to do some, like, little fillets. So I'm just going to take my knife, put my hand up. Make sure your thumb's out of the way, you guys. You can absolutely do some, like, chicken fingers. But I'm just going to do some slices like this. Okay? So I have, like, some chicken steaks. That's what I'm doing. And this bad boy is big, so we're still going to do it. Same thing. Same thing. See? Just like that. Just like that. Hey, Ron, how's it going? BBQ night, huh? Very nice. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Absolutely. So, Ron, tell me what your favorite local band is. Do you have a favorite local band? Let me know. Hey, Nick. I had so much fun with you this weekend. I really did. It was a good time. We had lots of drinks. And, okay, maybe I had lots of drinks. Nick didn't have lots of drinks. She was driving. But I had lots of drinks, and we had lots of good food, and I felt like I ate all day. Even though I know we didn't eat all day, I still felt like we ate all day. Listened to some good-ass music, drank some good beer and some not-so-good beer. Okay, maybe you didn't drink that not-so-good beer, but I drank it because I wasn't going to let it go to waste. That's where Eric and I are buds. We're buds in that respect. I do not have any plastic wrap. All right. I'm just not going to pound that out. How about that? Normally you would take your plastic wrap, put it in there, pound it down so it makes it nice and even. We're just going to have uneven chicken. It's okay. It's okay. Actually, I am going to do a little salt and pepper action here, though. So we've got our mango sauce over here, getting crazy. If you don't have honey, it's okay, you guys. You don't have to have honey. You could absolutely use a simple syrup or a sugar water. That's basically all simple syrup is anyways. It's just sugar water. Okay, this is a little bit more than a Monday morsel. I'm sorry. Why plastic wrap? Plastic wrap just tends to make it a little bit easier to pound it out, and then everything doesn't start sticking to your little meat tenderizer. That's really all, honestly. It just makes it a little bit easier. Funny because sometimes I just forget that I have bare fingers on here, so then I gotta be careful with everything else, and then still end up sanitizing it all anyways. So yeah, that's how I row. All right, that's boiling down nicely. Boiling down nicely. My soap's getting empty, y'all. Good thing I got some soap for my birthday, huh? Don't really have a favorite local band, unfortunately. Nirvana? That's your local band, homie? I'm talking like super local. I'm talking like went to the dive bar local. Come on. Do you guys not go out? Do you guys not go out anywhere? All right, I'm just going to move this over here. Get out my big pan here. Because I was absolutely not as prepared as I should have been. But it's okay. All right, I'm going to turn this bad boy up to a medium-high heat. I have some flour that is seasoned. I have an egg. Actually, I have 2 eggs with a little bit of water to kind of thin it out a little bit. You could totally use milk, but water is just as good. It's just going to be a coating. And then I toasted some coconut, unsweetened coconut, added some spices to it, and added panko to it. So we're going to get that nice, different texture, different balance to it. And it's going to be delicious. I just know it is. I know it is. They absolutely did back in the day, Nick. You're right. And they definitely did have to start somewhere, Ron. Yes, I know he's from Aberdeen. Actually, one of my friend's husbands went to school with him. So, Yeah. Yeah. I know they had to start somewhere. All right, that's breaking down nicely, you guys. It's kind of turning into a little bit of a sauce here. And again, if you want to do a completely blended sauce, you can throw that into your blender to make it so. You can use an immersion blender, a stick blender, okay, to do that too. Or you can just kind of mash your spoon or whatever you're using to stir it, and it will break down a little bit. I'm going to turn it down some though, so I can be more attentive over this way. And again, in here, I use some water, a little bit of chili powder, some honey, a habanero, and the mango, and a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, because the salt's going to bring out some of that sweetness. So, yeah. Bastard Cats, Blistered Earth, and Now Stir Crazy. I love that you love them so much. They're such a good band. They really are. They do a really nice job. All right, we're going to get busy because, you know, I can't help myself. I got to have something that's deep fried sometimes. I probably had way more of that this weekend than I should have, but it's okay. Those fries were so good, though. I'm going to give myself a nice coating at the bottom, just because I don't want to have to worry about all of this getting sucked up, and I really probably should put more in here, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to let it ride with what I have, and we're going to call it a day. But I am going to get more gloves out. Absolutely. Nick, I bet you had a rough Sunday morning, huh? We were out kind of late. It was so worth it, though. I still woke up at 5:30. It didn't matter. Wide awake. Wide awake. I didn't get home till like midnight, you guys. All right, if you're a temperature person, you want this to be really hot, like you're 325-ish. But I'm just trying to feel the temperature. It feels like it's getting pretty warm. Stir this up so I don't forget about it. Get my little chicken steak over here. So when it's nice and thin like this, it's going to be a little bit easier to cook more evenly, if that makes sense. Just giving it a good go here. And then I'm going to dip it from the flour into the egg. Use my other glove because it's going to end up getting super goopy. You can use tongs for this too, but I'm not very coordinated. Ironically enough, when it comes to trying to dip things into the 3-part breading system, I'm just not very good at it with tongs. I don't know why, but it doesn't work for me. Just does not. And again, I toasted some coconut, and I have some breadcrumbs here. I season them with some salt, some pepper, a little bit of chili powder. Yeah, are we good? Are we good? Maybe? No? Might not be hot enough. It's okay, I'm just going to put it in there anyways. It will be hot enough in a minute. Damn it, now it's all going to soak up in that one. That's why you got to make sure that your oil is nice and hot. Because if it's just sitting there and it's not hot enough, it has this tendency to soak up the oil. It'll be fine, though. It's just me and Zane eating it. There's your lesson, you guys. There's your lesson. Shots and barbecue. That's how you Monday. That's good, Nick. Wide awake and ready to go at 5:30. See? You know what's funny is I was wide awake and ready to go at 5:30 too. 5:30 as well. Not 5:32, because that's very specific. I think I woke up at 5:36, if we want to get super specific. And then I did a lot of rearranging of my living room. My friend Sue, Kitchenette Sue, is moving soon, so she was giving away some furniture. I finally got that in my house, and now I'm like, oh my gosh, everywhere I look, there's a new piece of furniture that I have to find a home for. So that was good times. Good times. All right, again, 3-part breading system, just going in the flour, then the egg, straight to the panko / toasted coconut. I probably didn't need to toast it that much, but I'm not going to lie, you guys, my pan was really hot, so I was on the phone with my daughter. It got a little hot, so my coconut got a little brown, and it's about to get a little bit more brown. It is nice to have the gloves if you have the means for it, because then even if your gloves get all goopy, your fingers don't get goopy. I kind of like that. I like that feature. All right, I got room for 3 in my pan. You don't want to overcrowd your pan because it's not going to cook right. It's just going to kind of steam everything, and that's not what you're going for. Like, ultimately, I should probably just stop at 2, but sometimes I just get impatient, so I'm not going to lie. There we go. There we go. All right, that's the way it should have come out the first time. All right. So that is what I have for you this evening. I will do this 4th one. I will do chicken breast steak number 4 when this is all done. My sauce is looking very lovely. Just a little bit chunky. If you don't have habaneros, just use some, you know, pizza comes with them little packets with the little peppers, you guys. Just use that. It's going to make it nice and spicy and good too. You can get them box after box for free. Oh, now I'm confused. Box after box for, oh, I can. Yes, the gloves. Yes. This is a spicy mango sauce. It's basically like a chutney because it's going to be chunky. So this is Zane's request, spicy mango. He wanted spicy mango on chicken, so this is what I came up with. There's not really a lot of recipes out there, you guys, for a spicy mango sauce, and everything that is out there is like you have to add another sauce to it. So like a sweet chili sauce, which would be delicious, I'm not going to lie. But sometimes I love me some sweet chili sauce, so I don't want to waste it on something that Zane might not eat. Because I will eat that on everything. That's like my Frank's Red Hot. I will eat sweet chili sauce on everything. See, as I stir it, it's breaking down a little bit more, starting to look a little bit like applesauce. But it's mango. It's mango. It's a little bit sweet. It's got a little bit of heat. And I'm totally game. I'm totally down for it. All right, y'all. So, I will see you all. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Actually, I'm just going to turn it off and let it do its thing. I will see you all on Wednesday for regular Bare Bones Kitchen. I obviously do not know what I'm going to make, but it will be fine because I always find something. Maybe I'll make ratatouille. I think I've already made that on the show, but I might make it again because Nicole and I got some beautiful vegetables this weekend, so that might be the thing I do. I don't know. Oh, look how pretty that is. Nice and golden brown. And remember, you want to cook that to 165 degrees. You don't want any repercussions from getting food poisoning. That's not fun for anybody. All right, y'all. Thank you for joining me tonight. I will update the YouTube channel. There just wasn't a lot there, so I decided to wait. And we'll probably do Stuff It Up Saturday this Saturday. So, love you all. Have a good evening. Thank you for showing up. Y'all keep showing up. So do I. Most of the time. All right. Have a good evening.